for visiting. I am back, as you can see or hear. So, okay, this is reading for August. And yeah, if you like this reading, you can subscribe, leave a comment if that's what you'd like to do. You don't have to. And yeah, if you want to support this channel, there are ways of doing that in the description down there somewhere as well, if that's what you'd like to do as well. So I'm not going to say any more. I'm just going to get right on with your reading right now. No more of that. Okay, so the first card you've got for your past is the Nine of Wands. Okay, I'm just looking over this whole spread. It feels very... What's standing out to me the most is lots and lots of darkness. I know that sounds horrible, but I'm just looking at the King of Pentacles and the Devil as well. So the King of Pentacles looks very heavy, very dark. Obviously the Devil's very dark. So you've got a sprinkling of darkness going through, especially in the diagonal. And then you've got a sprinkling of yellow as well all the way through. So it's kind of like ups and downs, darkness, light. I've got a heavy feeling and then coming out of that, heavy coming out, almost like a roller coaster, but not fast, not like a fast roller coaster. It feels like a slow. Waves of darkness and then a bit of happiness again, and then waves of darkness. I hope that makes sense to someone. So it's like you've had dark times, lots of dark times all throughout your life, very dark times, very, very low times. Then you've come out and then you've gone back. So it's like in, out, in, out. It's like a pattern, just like the pattern in this spread. Almost like a checkerboard pattern of up, down, light, dark, all that kind of thing. So yeah, and it might go right back to your childhood, because it goes right back. I'm seeing that going all the way back really, really far. I'm seeing, yeah, family clashes, family problems, obligations. You can see that clash in the Two of Swords. That can be about an argument or a clash. So, you know, you've got family problems, family burdens. You know, if you look at this man in the Nine of Wands, it looks like he's struggling to get away from his past. So he's coming through into the future from his past. He's had to put up a lot of barriers. He's trying to get through that. And he's like, oh, I need to go forward, but I feel really obliged or obligated to my past. And I really have to keep on seeing this person or doing this thing for them or helping out this family member, or I have to be around them and maybe they say horrible things and I still have to be there. A lot of the time I try and avoid that, but there are times where I have to be there. This horrible thing happened in my past. It feels like something like that. And it comes back every time I see them, certain people. But for some reason, I'm still tied to that. I don't want to be. I'm trying to move forward. That's the kind of thing, obviously not exactly that, but that's the kind of thing I'm kind of feeling with that card. Yeah, so you're still carrying some of those burdens, because you've got the Ten of Wands down there as well, which is, you know, obviously a step forward from the Nine of Wands. So you're still carrying that now into your present, which that's in the present, and, you know, the nine's in the past. So you tried to move forward and now you're still carrying that with you. Hope that makes sense. Okay, so yeah, there's also some kind of there's a troubled relationship. I'm seeing a big, huge breakup here. One of the big, prominent relationships in your life, if not the big, prominent relationship in your life. Big, lots and lots of, you know, it was a very big thing for you. There was a lot riding on this relationship. That's what I'm seeing. And it feels tied in with your family as well. Maybe there was some kind of family burden put on the relationship. It might be, I don't know if this is going to make sense or what, but I'm going to say this because I'm seeing this. It might be that because it might be that your past and your problems in your past with your family, if this is you, might have given you that legacy for this troubled relationship. What I mean by that is, it feels like you learned to put up with things, you learned to cope with things, you learned to kind of be around things that maybe weren't right for you. And so you got into that relationship and you put up with things you shouldn't have in that relationship as well, because you learnt that from your past. So I don't know if that's the case or not, but it's for someone, I think. So I had to say that. And so now And yeah, you chose the wrong person. This is what I'm seeing. You chose the wrong person probably because you learned some not so great things, or something happened in the past that left you kind of choosing the wrong person or repeating the same mistakes. I hope that makes sense to someone. And it feels like now you've overcome that, because I've got the dark and now I've got the light. So you've gone through that, you've worked through that, you've learnt from that. It's like, you know, it's like, oh, I know who to avoid now. I know who not to choose now. I'm getting that. I've learned what not to do. I know now that I can't choose that kind of thing again. I'm not going to repeat that again. I'm getting that now. So that's very, very positive. That's a very positive thing around you now. Okay, so just looking at the Page of Pentacles, I'm looking at that now, so I'm going to talk about that now. Okay, so this page, I'm getting love there as well. Now, yeah, the pages are really innocent. Pages are students, they can be teenagers. And this particular page looks really, really innocent to me. Look at his face. You know, he's looking up to this coin, and he's looking up. So I think this is how someone sees you. I think this is how someone looks up to you. They might be younger than you, or they might just see you as someone who's a bit wise. Because obviously if you've been through a lot in your past, you're going to be wise, obviously. So whoever this is might not be as wise as you. Maybe they haven't been through what you've been through. I'm seeing two different backgrounds here. I don't think this is a full relationship. It actually feels... maybe it's on the edge of a relationship, maybe you're just friends, maybe you've been on and off a bit, maybe you're kind of almost there but not quite there for some reason, because there's a lot of holding back, and I think that's between the two of you. Yeah, there's definitely love there. Look at the way he's looking at this coin. Look, I love this. Look, I adore this. This is the light of my life. Look, this is the gold. It's lighting up the whole sky. That's how they think of you. So they really do have very deep feelings for you. There is some kind of hesitation, or you're not quite together, or something like that. And even though, again, look at this page, even though he's looking at this adoring way at this coin, look at the way he's holding the coin. He's afraid. So there's fear there. It's like, can I really have this? There's something very difficult, something very delicate. So it might be that because of your past, you're very delicate. It might be that you're still a bit standoffish. It might be that you still have a bit of that barrier up that's in the Nine of Wands. And maybe they're seeing that. So there could be a lot of different possibilities there. But I have to say, this feels amazing. Look at this warmth. Look at the gold. So I think this is someone who could be potentially really, really good for you. There is hesitation coming from, I think, from both sides actually. Them because they're getting this barrier from you, I think, and you for some reason, maybe you don't want to repeat past mistakes, maybe you're just not sure. There's that. Maybe you've just been through so much you kind of can't really think about being with someone at this time again. It might be a lot of different things. Definitely hesitation on both sides. Okay, I'm not going to repeat myself. Yeah, they absolutely love you. They absolutely love you. You feel a little bit stronger than them. I'm getting strength coming from you. Yeah, probably because of what you've been through. You've gotten that strength because of everything you've been through, I think. And that's where a lot of strength comes from, hardships. So, yeah, that's what I'm seeing. So you're very different to them. And that's another reason why they look up to you, I think, if that all resonates with you. I hope it resonates with someone. Okay, so I'll go on with the Justice card now. So yeah, there's absolutely potential with this love connection. There's absolutely potential. This is perfectly balanced. So you've got the potential to be balanced up perfectly with someone. That's what I'm getting. Very well matched. You're very different people, but you're well matched. That's what I'm getting. I'm getting a little bit of this insecurity. Maybe this is another reason why you're not quite there yet with them. Someone, it might be them or it might be someone else, because I'm getting some words that make you feel a little bit not quite yourself, a bit insecure actually. So if someone said some words, it might be this love connection, it might be someone else. If someone said something that's made you feel a bit insecure, or oh no, I feel really bad now, or not quite good, I don't feel good about myself, I don't think the words were meant in the way that you heard them, if that makes sense. It feels, I'm just getting words that are a little bit clumsy, being a bit clumsy, words coming out the wrong way, someone being a little bit nervous. It's that kind of thing. So I'm getting that they didn't actually mean what they said. That doesn't mean, you know, they should just say everything and say, oh, I didn't mean what I said. No, of course not. But that's what I'm getting with someone. So if you're feeling that way, they literally did not mean what they said. It came out the wrong way or something like that. So and it might be the Page of Pentacles person. It might be the love connection, because they are coming across as being young. They are coming across as being not so experienced. So it might come from that person. Might not. Okay. All right, so there's something else here. It doesn't feel that good actually, and my eyes going across from this to the devil on this bottom row as well, so that might be why. But I've got this feeling of being pulled in, and also you can see in this devil these two people are chained to the devil, so he's pulled them in. So someone might be trying to get you to do something, pull you into something, convince you to do something. It's something like that. I've got this feeling that your instincts are saying, no, I don't want to do this. I don't. I feel a bit obliged. I feel like they're trying to, you know, maybe make me feel bad if I don't do this. But I don't feel good about this. I feel bad about that. You've got those instincts telling you you're holding back. Your instincts are saying, no, I don't feel good about whatever this is. Now I have to say this, someone really needs to hear this. It's like you can see, it's almost like you could imagine, if I do this, I think this might happen. This really bad negative scenario might happen if I say yes to this. It's all in your mind. You're kind of imagining, oh, this will happen and that could happen. If that's you, if you're imagining this, if you've got this kind of vision, I think it probably is going to play out if you do say yes to this as you're imagining. Because I'm getting this vision, and it's almost like, you know, if you look at the Justice card, obviously this is justice, court cases, and in court cases we need evidence. So you haven't got the evidence. You can't, it's like you haven't got the receipts. You can't see exactly why this is making you feel bad, why you shouldn't be doing this thing. But your instincts are telling you that, your vision's telling you that. So you don't have the evidence now. Later on, it looks like that evidence is going to come out. You'll find that out. The curtain's going to come down and you'll see exactly why that is. And you'll say, I can see this. I can see you saying, if this is you, I knew it. I knew that was going to happen. You know, sometimes you look back, I knew that was going to happen. I knew it. I could see it coming. You're right if that's you. So that's where the warning is, I think, for you, if that's you. Please follow your instincts. And the other thing here is, if you're having these kinds of visions, because I'm seeing you as a really very, very intuitive person, and I think it goes beyond intuition. Maybe you predict things. Maybe you predict things that are coming. You see things that are coming. If that's you, I would say try and develop that, because I think it's going to be very, very good for you in the future. Very good for you, obviously. So maybe it's not that well developed. Maybe you question yourself. Maybe you say, oh no, maybe I'm just imagining things. We all do that. But I'd say for you, try and see if you can meditate, be in a quiet area, just sit down, let the thoughts come in, let the visions come in. And I think that'll help you. I really, really want to encourage someone to develop that side of themselves. So hopefully that helps someone. Okay, so yeah, so we'll go on with your present. I nearly said future, present, which, because I'm seeing these visions of the future, so I said future. Present, Two of Swords. Okay. Yeah, again, look at this woman. She's saying, no, I don't want you anywhere near me. I've got these instincts about you. I don't like you. I don't like this feeling. I've got my arms crossed. Look at her. She's saying no. She's crossing her arms, and she's got a blindfold on. So the blindfold, I think, is a reminder to you again. You can't see the evidence now. You can't see it. but it is there. You know it's there. You don't need to see it. It's inside your head. That's what that's showing you again. So keep your distance from that person. Keep your swords up. Your instincts are 100% correct. And again, you can see that on the moon card. I get excited when I see these things. So this is a crescent moon. Look just above this woman's, right where that flower is. There's a crescent moon. It's not the full moon. So if you're looking under a full moon, you can see everything. Everything's lit up properly under the full moon. You can see everything. But at the moment, it's a crescent moon. You can't see everything yet. Later on, this is going to bloom into a beautiful full moon. That's when you'll see it later on. So that's what that's showing you. Once again, same thing. I just wanted to show you. I was seeing that there. So yeah, you've got amazing instincts. Again, nurture your visions if that's you. Nurture your visions. Okay, so I'm getting this distancing. I'm getting lots and lots of distancing here, actually, not just from this person, but from a lot of different people. And I think you're feeling this need right now, maybe to say, no, I need to distance myself from people, not just people from your past, all kinds of people around you, especially around something to do with, yeah, it feels like you're working on something. You've got this big goal you're working on. You've just got your head down. You don't want to see what's around you. You don't want to talk to anyone. You don't want people to interfere with what you're doing. You know, I just want to get on with things. You're focusing, really, really focusing. I've got this pinpoint focus I'm seeing here. And you've been working on this for a while. You're working on this for, I've got some people questioning you. I've got people around you trying to interfere, and you're like, no, please just don't question me, don't talk to me. I'm going to shut myself away. I really just need to focus on this. And if that feels right to you, to be that little bit of a hermit, because you can see the hermit there, if that feels right to you to be a bit hermity at this time, hermity, if that's a word, do that, absolutely do that, because it feels as if that's how you're going to get things done. It feels as if you don't want to, again, talk to people about what you're doing. You just don't want lots of different people's energy on this, if that makes sense. And I think it might come across, because if you're keeping yourself away from people, if you're saying to people, oh, if people are saying, oh, what are you doing? What's that about? You know, and you say to them, well, I don't really want to talk about this. I kind of just, or, oh, let's go and do this. No, I can't right now. I just need time to myself. You know, and you're working on this thing and you don't want to say anything. If that's you, it might come across as being a little bit snooty or standoffish to other people, because I'm just looking down at this king and the King of Pentacles, and if you look at his face, he looks a bit snooty. It looks like he's looking down his nose at us or something, like, oh, I'm better than you, because he can be like that, because he's the King of Pentacles. Of course he can be like that. He's the king. And so you're not like that, but maybe you're coming across a little bit like that. So if that resonates with you, just make note of that. Try not to be like that. But yeah, he is snooty, yeah, but that's why he's where he is. He's the King of Pentacles. He's the king of success. So you are going to have to be a bit that way, not snooty and horrible, but a little bit standoffish, a little bit hermit-like, a little bit keeping yourself to yourself, keeping this goal to yourself, not talking about it very much. That's how you're going to get that success. I think that's what this king's telling you. Okay, yeah, this is the first time I've seen this in this card, actually. I don't know if you can see this because it's a very busy card. There's a black rectangle and it's just under where he's holding that scepter, that gold scepter. It's like a little gold ball. It's really hard to see because it's very, very busy, very difficult card. But yeah, he's holding the scepter and there's this black rectangle just under there. It's like a black box. And if you look down to where the devil is, just lift up the devil so you can see. You probably don't want to see him, but I'll have to show you. He's sitting on a similar kind of black rectangle. So I'm seeing parallels between the two. So what that's showing me is there's some information and it's going to come out. It's going to be revealed. It's probably going to be revealed over the phone. And that's why I was getting that horrible feeling, because it's the information about that person you're kind of saying, oh, I don't feel good around them. I don't feel good around them. And that's why I was getting the devil there. Obviously you don't feel good around the devil. So that information's going to come out over the phone, because these two boxes to me look like a phone, like an iPhone. So I think you're going to get some kind of probably some kind of message, maybe on social media, something you look at on your phone. And yeah, that's how you're going to find out this evidence. And again, I keep on getting this. I knew that. I knew it was going to happen. I knew it was going to be like that. I was seeing that. So if you're seeing, again, if you're seeing all this, it's going to happen pretty much exactly as you're seeing it played out in your mind, in your vision. And yeah, again, I know I'm repeating myself. Please, please nurture that vision if that's you. Okay, so with the King of Pentacles, the other thing I'm getting is I've got the King of Pentacles, and I'm just looking at the King of Pentacles and this 10 of Wands just under there. Yeah, you've been working on this thing, because again, you've got this thing you're working on, because look at the 10 of Wands, working really hard, pushing this thing that you want to achieve, this goal, really, really, really pushing this to the next level. Okay, so this is what I'm getting. If you've been pushing and pushing and pushing something, and maybe you're thinking, oh, I've been working on this for so long, I'm never going to get to the end of this. It feels like a great big hard slog. If that's how it feels to you, please don't give up. Please don't change what you're doing. You might think, oh, maybe I'll change this up. What I'm doing is not working. Don't do that. Keep on going in the way you're going, because this man in the 10 of Wands, he's pushing these wands. He's working. He's carrying them all along with him. He can't see the house. He's coming up to this house. I'll show you. He's coming up to this house. He can't see the house. That's your goal. So you're going towards your goal, but you can't quite see it yet. So please keep going in the direction you're going. Please, please do that. So I think that's the message there in that card. And yeah, again, this parallel, or this sequence between the 9 of Wands right back at the beginning where you had that barrier, and now here in the 10 of Wands, similar thing I was seeing before, you're carrying this burden with you. The barrier you had has now become your burden. Again, that might be stopping you from getting to this really, really good connection. And you can see it up there in the 2 of Cups in your future. So there's the potential there. So this barrier that you're carrying with you as a burden, it might be stopping you from this connection. So you've got to drop those wands. Find some way to drop those old problems, drop the old worries that you have, because you've got this old relationship. You might be worrying that that's going to happen to you all over again if you get into something again. So you've got to kind of drop that. And I'm not just saying, oh, you have to do all the work and they don't have to do anything. No, I'm not saying that. But this is your reading, so this is what I'm seeing for you. So if that makes sense to you, I know it sounds bossy, but if that makes sense to you, just have a think about that. Just have a think about why you're not coming forward to this love connection that's there. So, all right, so I'm going to talk about the future now. So yeah, the 2 of Cups here. Beautiful, 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 beautiful card. Beautiful connection. This is the potential. That's what this is showing you. It's showing you have the potential to have this relationship. This is someone you're kind of probably on the fringes with. Might be a friend, might be someone you're on and off with, might be someone you're not quite there yet. You've got this fear around this. They have as well, because they're the Page of Pentacles. I was seeing that. So they have to drop some barriers as well. Both of you do. I'm just looking at this sequence across in the top 3 cards, just going across. So you've got these past problems, you've got these insecurities, you've got that barrier up there, and then next to that you've got the 2 of Swords. And so so the 2 of Swords is in your present. So you might be thinking right now, I really would like this connection. I really would like to be in this relationship, but I've still got the past there. So I'm flipping backwards and forwards, flipping back from the barrier, the problems in the past, and then I'm flipping forward into this connection. So it's like the past is affecting the future. Should I do this? Should I not? So I'm going backwards and forwards, because the Two of Swords can be a little bit about, well, not a little bit, it could be about having a decision to make, not knowing which side to take. So that's kind of what I'm getting going across. So there's still that insecurity there, and I think it's still going to happen. But yeah, there's an amazing connection. This has the potential to be absolutely fantastic. There's work to be done on both sides. There's absolutely going to be communication between you, because that's what this card's about as well. And if you look between these cups as well, and the Two of Cups, there's Caduceus. That can be about healing. So it looks like you might have some healing before you get to that place where you're ready for them. And you might also have to do some healing after you've spoken to them, while you're kind of, you know, building up that connection again. So there's healing there. There might be some healing from them as well. But there is going to be some kind of communication with you. Absolutely, I can see that's going to open up. But again, just be careful you don't bring old problems, old burdens into this. And if you do, just be aware of what you might be bringing in. Just kind of be aware of that if that's you. I know I'm sounding so bossy in this reading, I'm sorry. Okay, so yeah, so now you've got the Hermit here. So yeah, it's going to take time for this connection to build up. You've got insecurities on both sides. That's what I'm seeing on this Hermit. It takes a lot of time for the Hermit to build up the wisdom he has. I'm not saying you're going to be old and grey like the Hermit by the time you get there, but it's going to take both of you some time to get to that place. I am seeing, again, the communication is there, and something is going to build from that. So I'm definitely seeing that happening. And yeah, you've learned, it looks like you are going to learn from those past mistakes, not just mistakes, from the past problems you've had. You're going to be able to look back, because if you look at the Hermit, he's looking back over the past. He's in the future, but he's looking backwards. So that tells me that you are probably going to look back. You are going to get through a lot of those past problems, learn from them, and then you're going to grow from that. So that sequence with those two there, the Two of Cups and the Hermit, looks really positive for this love connection coming through. The devil there, the horrible old devil that's there as well, you know, again, breaking the chains from the past. It might mean, because I was getting this problem with your background, problem with your family, and I was getting you still carrying some burdens from your family, still feeling obliged to do things. You might be obliged to see some people you don't want to see. And, you know, the Ten of Wands, where you're carrying these burdens, it's right next to this devil. So that might mean, those two there might mean that you do actually have to break some chains from some people. You may have to cut some people off. So that's a possibility. I'm not saying go cut all your family off, but just think about whether you need to do that. That might help you to get through this, get through those burdens. But you know, again, you know, the Hermit, this Hermit is on top of the devil, so that's a good sign as well. So looking back, learning from what's happened in the past, getting that wisdom, really thinking about that, meditating on that, also developing your instincts, developing that, you know, those instincts that you have, getting that wisdom, that's going to get you on top of the devil as well, on top of those old bad feelings. And yeah, it's going to help you with this love connection. Beautiful potential. Okay, this is just coming into my mind. I have to say this. It's worth it. It's this connection here. It's worth the work. You're going to have to put work in. They're going to have to put work in. You're going to have to work on yourself. They're going to have to work on themselves. It's going to be absolutely worth it for the two of you. It's worth it. So I just feel as if I have to say that for someone as well. Okay, I hope that all made sense. I hope that helped someone. Yeah, this is just a general reading, obviously. It's not going to resonate with everyone. And thank you so much for watching.